Alright, so the purpose of this video is to cover the process of managing the menus. As you can see here on the home page, we have the parrot feed menu, the pigeon feed menu, the grit menu, and supplements menu. And these menus are also basically displayed on the shop mega menu here that you see on the screen. So these menus here are basically just comprised of product categories essentially. So the first thing that I'll do here is I'll show you how to add a product to multiple categories, and then I'll use that newly created subcategory as a submenu option under Pigeon Feed. So going into the dashboard here, the first thing we'll want to do is go to categories, which is under products, and then categories. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to create a subcategory here under parrot feed. Or I'm sorry, let's do pigeon feed because there's nothing underneath the pigeon feed on the menu. So I'm going to call this pigeon feed subcat. Okay, and we're going to add this under pigeon feed as the parent category. Click on add new category. And now you can see this pigeon feed subcat as a subcategory of pigeon feed. And that's just, once again, this is just a product category. This does not affect the menu in any way whatsoever. But I'm doing this because it doesn't make sense. When we get into the process of managing the menu, it doesn't make sense to add parrot feed under pigeon feed or grit under pigeon feed. I guess you could add grit under pigeon feed, but you kind of want to have your parent category and you want to have subcategories under the parent category. And that's kind of the idea behind this. So as you can see, I added a subcategory under pigeon feed. Obviously, it's not displaying on the home page yet because this is a menu that's comprised of various categories that you got to build manually, which I'm going to cover in a minute. Two separate things. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go into the products here, and I'm going to show you how to add a product to more than one category. You can see we got this categories column, supplements, pigeon feed, supplements, so forth. I'm going to work with this Columbine seaweed product here, and I'm going to add that. It's currently under pigeon feed category, but I'm going to go ahead and add that to the subcategory that I just now created as well. So all you have to do is click on edit. And over here in the right hand column you have product categories. You can see that the pigeon feed category is checked off. I'm going to add it to the pigeon feed subcat as well. And so if you wanted to, you could add this to grit, you could add this to molting, you could add this to any number of categories that you want to add it to. So after you check that off, you want to just click on the update button. And if we go back to the products, we should now see the Columbine seaweed is now under pigeon feed, and it's also under the pigeon feed subcat that I just recently created. So that's basically how you would add a product to multiple categories. Going back to the home page, once again, we haven't done anything with the menu yet, so let's go ahead and do that. If you go to, actually I'm going to start from the home page here just because it's easier to find it. What you can do is if you just place your mouse over the Southern Pigeon Feed and Supplies, you get this drop down, and menus is right there. Just click on that, and then from here I recommend not doing anything here, but instead clicking on the Manage with Live Preview button, which is right here in the top left hand corner. If you click on that, it brings you into the Elementor display, which is a user interface, makes it a little bit easier to manage everything. These are basically all of your menus right here. So for example, menu footer 1, if you click on that, you can see I've got grit, parrot feed, pigeon feed, supplements. These are all product categories. Scrolling down to the footer, you can see that this here coincides with this column right here, the center column, where you've got grit, parrot feed, pigeon feed, supplements. You can click on any one of these and you can change the navigation label if you want to. And then you can click on this right here where it says original, says grit. You can click on that and change the actual category that you'd want, or you can add new categories if you want to. So you can also drag and drop these around. Maybe you want to change the order around. You can do that as well. Going back, we can see menu footer 2. Here's my account, my orders, forgot password. You'll see those links here under account. Menu footer 3. There's shipping and returns, privacy policy. These are custom links, so basically you have to know like the URL to the page that you want to link to, and I've already put that in here, so all of these do work. And then going back to menu footer 4, here's your about us, privacy policy. This right here coincides to this bottom menu right here that you see at the very bottom. And then menu footer 5, here's the about us, blog, FAQs. That's not even in place. It's not even being used, so don't worry about that. And so here you've got your menu grit, menu parrot feed, menu pigeon feed, menu supplements. These 4 right here coincide with the menus that you see here on the home page and as well as under shop. So what you want to do is to add a product category under pigeon feed. You just go to menu pigeon feed, click on that, and then you'll click on the add items button right here. And then right here what you want to do is you can actually add a link to a page. You can add a link directly to a product if you want. You can add a link to a product category and so forth. Don't get this confused with there's actually 2 different category options in here. This one here says categories. That's just a generic template that that the WooCommerce plugin uses. What you want to use instead is this product categories option here. This is where you'll find all the different product categories that you can link to, and I can easily link to the pigeon feed subcat category that I just created. Just click on it, and now you can see that I've added it there. So I'll go ahead and click on publish, and you got to give that a minute to save. Now obviously you don't see it yet. You got to refresh the page, and I actually have it open in another window, so I'll just refresh it here, which I just did. And now you can see the pigeon feed subcat is underneath pigeon feed. If I go to shop, you'll see that it's also there. And if you click on it, we should see the seaweed product, Columnite seaweed, which is right there, which is now under both pigeon feed and pigeon feed subcat. That's basically all there is to it. If you have any questions on that at all, please feel free to shoot me a text or drop me an email, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. What I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go back in here and undo what I did so that I don't confuse you. I'm just going to go to the products. I'm going to remove. Actually, the easiest thing to do is just delete the category. So I'll go to categories, and I will delete this generic category that I just created. Alright, so the category is gone. Going back to the home page, it should no longer be there.